We're going to nail down the vocab terms that all relate to unemployment and unemployment rate. Our first one is frictional unemployment. When we have frictional unemployment, the person is unemployed, but they're unemployed because either they quit the job or they got fired from the job. It's a temporary thing, and every economy has a little bit of frictional unemployment because we want people to be able to quit their job. The second type is cyclical unemployment. And when somebody is cyclically unemployed, that means that the business cycle has turned down. So it's something like a recession. And when we have a recession, we would expect to find more cyclical unemployment. When the economy is up and it's really growing, we expect to find less cyclical unemployment. So it's tied to the business cycle. That's why it's called cyclical unemployment. The third one down here is structural unemployment. Structural unemployment is when the way we do the job changes. And so in this case, the person gets replaced by a machine. And we find that that sometimes happens. And so then that job no longer exists. That person is structurally unemployed because the structure, the way the economy is put together changes. Sometimes the person loses their job because they get replaced by a person in another area. Say the job gets shipped off to another country, then that person would be structurally unemployed. All of these tie together to come up with a thing called the unemployment rate. And the unemployment rate looks at four things. It's a way we measure the strength of the economy. Better stand over here so we can see it. It's a way we measure the strength of the economy. And so it's sort of like taking the economy's temperature. And so to be unemployed and count in the unemployment rate, you have to be working age. So kids don't count, and people who are past retirement age don't count. You have to be able to work. So if you're a disabled person, you don't count as part of the unemployment rate. You have to not be working. If I'm working even a part-time job, I don't count as an unemployed person. But the final thing is I have to be looking for a job. And that is part of the unemployment rate, is it's just trying to measure people who are looking for a job and can't find one. The last of our vocab terms that relates to those economic indicators is down here. That is the CPI, which stands for the Consumer Price Index. And that is, it measures the falling value of money. So dollars get less valuable over time because prices rise. So the dollars buy less stuff, and what we mean by that is inflation. So CPI measures inflation. So between unemployment rate and CPI, we can get a pretty good picture of the health of the economy.